All right, let's begin. Go to StreamYard. Let's go live. Welcome to the Marrying Africa podcast, that is. Here on your Shopify, your Apple, what is it called? Applecast, and your Spotify, and also catch us up on YouTube. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are again. We're actually on a Tuesday, November the 1st. Happy first of the month for everybody who's used to hearing that. Let's pray that this November is more profitable than the month before. And let's keep that going, moving forward in life and never backwards. I don't know why my words are sounding like that, but never backwards. Okay, man. We're just going to give it to you real quick, real straight here on this podcast. Basically, we're talking about stepdad, stepfathers. However you say it, stepdad, stepfathers. It's all the same meaning. So I want to know who thinks being a stepdad or stepfather is a worthy position to take in life. Some people may feel one way, some people may feel another. As I was just sitting here, I said, let me pull something up. I pulled this up, 6 don'ts of being a stepdad. We're going to scroll down past that, and we're going to go down to 6 of the don'ts that this news article lists. If you decide to be a stepfather, these are 6 of the don'ts that are said by the general public. Don't expect to be the disciplinary of the family. Now, in order to be a father, a male figure of a home, you have to be the disciplinarian. Without that, that is literally lies. That's where a large portion of the power of a man lies, to bring discipline and structure to the family home. Now, as a stepfather, you don't have that accessibility. You don't have that capability to be the disciplinarian to the children who you are a step-parent to. So that right away takes a lot away from being able to call yourself the man of the house. Let's go down to number 2. Don't take it personally if your stepkids act out. I'm not going to read it all, but it is likely at some point you will never feel like your stepkids are rallying against you. Excuse me. At some point you will feel like your stepkids are rallying against you. It could be when you move in, when you try to take a role of the dad, when you appear to be better than their biological dad, blah, 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 whatever. Understand, kids will never see you as their father. No matter how much money, how much time, how much effort and energy you put into it. Even if the biological father has never done anything for them, they would still see you as uncomparable to their biological father. Let's go down to number 3. Don't take on the role of the bad guy, even if your wife wants to put you there. So even if the biological mother want to say, hey, the kids aren't listening to you, they're treating you bad, they're disrespecting you, so I want you to play the bad guy. You go ahead and be the bad guy, I'll go ahead and be the good guy. Play bad cop, good cop, bad cop. And usually doesn't work out well. You play the bad guy, you bring the discipline, you bring the things that already said in number 1 don't, because when you do, it's going to be a lot of backlash. Let's see what they say about it. Don't take on the role of the bad guy. Some women want to be the good parent and don't want to be that heavy with disciplining, and will put you in the role of the bad guy. You may come in and take that role as a stepdad, but more than likely it will backfire you. I haven't even read these yet, and I already know these things. I haven't even read it. It will backfire on you, and either your spouse or your stepkids will hate you. So the biological mother who put you in that position, not only will the kids begin to hate you, but she will begin to hate you for the very role that she put you in. It's crazy, ain't it? Number 4, don't expect that your children will, don't expect that your stepchildren will like or appreciate everything you do for them. I said that at the beginning. Doesn't matter how much you do. They will never fully appreciate it. It'll be like, eh. Kids are usually disrespectful anyway. They may learn to say please and thank you, but most are ruder than their own parents. Once you move from the role of being the new guy or boyfriend into the step position, guess what? There's a good chance they'll be rude to you too. Congratulations. You're now in real life with these kids. You're now in real life with these kids. And I'm not going to go further into 4. That's self-explanatory. Let's go down to 5. Don't live in the fantasy that you will have the role of the dad like you expect. Absolutely not. Your expectations will often be unrealized and you'll be unhappy. Kids in step families who have a dad around will often feel disloyal if they love you. So psychologically, the kids will feel some type of betrayal against their biological father if they have any type of relationship with the biological father, even if he's not in a home. The kids will feel like they're betraying their father if they have some type of approved love for you. Number 6, don't let your stepkids feel rejected by you. Let's see what they say. Don't let your stepkids feel rejected by you. Try to consider that when you are upset at the behavior of your stepkids, which is going to be a lot of times, plenty of times, they feel your dislike far stronger than they will feel the same way if the anger was from their own parents. So if they do something disrespectful, if you were to get angry at them the way their biological parent would be, a mom or dad, they will feel more disgust towards you than they would their own parents. Now, these are just 6 points that I just pulled up off a magazine article. It's called Parenting, Remarriage, Stepdad, Stepkids Therapy by the Step Family Center. So these are so-called professionals who do this for a living. This is by someone by the name of Dr. Susan Swanson. So this article was written by Dr. Susan Swanson, who runs a center called Step Family Center. If you feel, now this is just the tip of the iceberg, if you feel that being a stepfather is worthy of an honorable, getting a badge of honor, having to deal with just the 6 steps that we just discussed. If you feel like being a stepfather is legitly for you, you don't have a lot of confidence in your ability to do better in life. You just don't. I remember being not the stepfather because it wasn't in marriage. I've made clear I would never marry a female with a kid. I would date, go out, play around, do whatever. Rule number 1, one of my rules, never have a child with someone who already had a child from another man. That was rule number 1 for me. Rule number 2 follows through with rule number 1. They got to go hand in hand. Never marry a woman with children. Rule number 1, never impregnate a woman who has already given birth to another man's child. Rule number 2, never marry a woman who has another man's child. I remember being young. I actually dated this girl about 10 years older than me. Met her when I worked at Walmart. Went by the name of Janelle. Won't tell you the rest. Had a son. Man, mind you, this lady is older than me. Had a son from another man. And of course, I'm a young man compared to her at the time, so it's whatever. But just being in a household, because even though I had my own place at the age of 19, 20, or whatever I was, I spent a lot of nights over there. So I practically lived there. So I lived there throughout the course of a long stretch of months with this lady and her son. And When I say that, I'm glad that I had that experience when I was young, because it helped shape a lot of my thought process today. And I am so thankful that I went through that when I was younger, so it could shape me for my adulthood and knowing what not to do and what never to get myself involved with. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm just going to say that it was an experience that I am thankful for. It wasn't a great one for most times. I mean, there was times of joy, this, that, and the other, but ultimately, there was nothing that I was going to get out of that. There was nothing, whereas I would be honored, that I would be reverent by this child over his father. So, when they talk about stepdad season, all I know is step. Just step. You can step that way, or I can step this way, because nobody's playing stepfather over here. So, if you ladies are smart and you want marriage one day, never have an abortion. In order not to have an abortion means never give birth or impregnated by a man who has not put a ring on your finger. If a man has not put a ring on your finger and you go and give birth to that man's seed, you lose a lot of points with us men. And I'm not talking about the everyday men. Us men, the builders, those who are ambitious, those who are the strong, considered the stronger ones of the community, the ones that you desire the most. If we are the ones that you want, don't do. You just heard 6 don'ts. I'm going to give you just one. Don't get impregnated by a man who has not put a ring on your finger. But hope that's good advice. Like I said, we're just going to do some quick 15 minutes clips or whatever. So see you guys tomorrow night by the grace of God. Be here at 7 o'clock. We'll do another 15 minutes until we make it to Friday, so we can always do our 2-hour show. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quick content, whatever, because my words are all over the place tonight. I don't know why. Maybe I need some sleep, so who knows. But anyway, make sure you listen daily. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a co-worker, tell anybody. Make sure you share on your Facebook. Make sure you share on, what else they got out there? I don't know. Share on your Facebook. Go over to our YouTube. Make sure you become a subscriber. And make sure you search us out on TikTok. Steven_Susie at TikTok. With that said, I'm going to be out of here, guys. I got to cook real quick. Get dinner ready. So, you know what I mean? We can hug it up tonight. Watch a movie. Chill out. You know what? I got to get back to my Fatal Attraction. I was so tired last night, I fell asleep to that. So on TV One, the only thing that got good going on or whatever, got to watch my Fatal Attraction and then my, what is it? Not Homicide Atlanta. I forget what it's called. Anyway, it comes right on after. How the heck did I just... What's the name of the show in my head? Something ATL or whatever. Homicide ATL, whatever. Anyway, if you don't know, you don't know. If you do, you do. All right, I got to go. I got to get out of here. Peace. One love.